Ketika calon presiden tahun 2024 mengisi acara di World Economic Forum.
Let me begin with Anis. Given the framework of the discussion and the disruption of the fourth industrial revolution, what should a government's priorities be from the point of view of policy in terms of planning for the future? You belong to a country with a big population, with a growing population, and a huge proportion of young people who are going to be really impacted by these changes.
Thank you. I think that the challenge that we have in Indonesia is also perhaps similar to many developing countries across the globe. Preparing our youth, preparing our next generations to be part of the fourth industrial revolution's era. And for that, look at our profile or our pictures today. I said yesterday, the phenomenon that we are facing. Our students were 21st century students. Our teachers were 20th century teachers. And our classroom is 19th century classrooms. And this is perhaps a phenomenon that is being faced across the globe. And I think to improve this, or to tackle these gaps, government need to focus on empowering stakeholders. In our case, stakeholders of education. And the key stakeholders of education are parents and teachers. These are two agents that is often overlooked whenever we're talking about preparing our next generations. Teachers, we focus so much on teachers, but parents are often overlooked. And they are the most important. They are the first, but they are the least prepared agent to prepare for the next generation. So focusing on that. But the other thing that is also critical is as we are undergoing these transformations, many of the jobs that we are now seeing may disappear. That is been said many, many times. And when it comes to education, the questions is often raised. Can teachers be replaced by technology? Can then we ask technology to help preparing our next generations? I often approach it in a different slant. What kind of teachers is replaceable by technology? What kind of teachers is not replaceable by technology? And I think this is similar to any other jobs available. As we are transforming ourselves, we need to equip ourselves with the new competence, new skills that made us irreplaceable in that sense. The other aspect that is critical is, especially in the area of education, is we need to add what we bring into our classroom. In the past, we focused so much on what we often call as 3R. Reading, writing, and arithmetics. Now we need to add with literacy in terms of financial literacy, cultural literacy, information technology literacy. And on top of that, the World Economic Forum produced a report 2 months ago on the importance of the 21st century competence, that is creativity, critical thinking, collaborations, and communications. So the challenge that we are now facing, disparities, and then we have to prepare the next generations for the challenge that we are not yet seeing the reality, that our preparations is to enable them to be part of the future by equipping with the 4 C's that I mentioned earlier.
So I just want to follow up one point that you made when you talked about 19th century classrooms. So on a practical level, what is your ministry doing to, let's say, upgrade the hardware? And again, on a specific level, what is your ministry doing to upgrade the quality of your teachers? Parents you can't control. You can never control the parents.
Yes, and they don't want to be controlled. Number one, the phenomenon of 19th century classroom is everywhere. The setting of our classroom is still in the period of the third industrial revolution's era, that we prepare our teachers to be an instructor in the classroom. And that's why the setting is teachers as instructor. Now, teachers is more a facilitator. So number one that we're doing is training the teacher to shift the role from instructor into facilitator. So what we did is we're launching a massive teachers training across the country. The size is rather big. We have 2.9 million teachers under our authority, and on top of that, the infrastructure itself we choose not to change in terms of changing the setting of the classroom or anything. No, but we focus more on the teachers. We focus more on making technology available, especially information communication technology. So what we do is for example, we're preparing our exams into a computer-based exams. The idea is to make our exams be an interactive exams, and we're able to provide much of the innovations into our exams. Otherwise, with this large number of students, we will not be able to do that. So, providing technology in our schools, enabling teachers to change its role from instructor into facilitator through trainings. And the fourth one is actually, we're doing it, we are creating a directorate on parenting education. Yes, indeed. And we created this directorate. The idea is to facilitate learning among parents. So successful parents were being interviewed. They share their stories and experience, and we put it into our system that we then distribute it to parents across Indonesia. Through whom? Through our schools. So now, schools were required to invite parents twice per semester, and the materials that we have from lesson learned from other parents were being distributed to them. The idea is we have to make sure teachers and parents understand that we all are learners. If you want to be part of the futures, then you really have to understand that we are learners. Not only the students, but also the teachers and parents. And so those are the three things.
Jangan lupa like and subscribe. Terima kasih.